Good morning, here Ali, and today we are in the day number 7. Today, actually, I come too late because I slept. Yeah, even my alarm didn't wake me up. I was too so tired, even didn't notice it. And 11, yeah, 40, 45, 29 March. Yeah, today we have something also we need to take a look at it, which is when you pick your niche and decided to your client, the people who are going to pay you to do a service to them, you are going to bring a client for those people. So you are here, those client, and those your client. You bring those people to your client, so your client pay to you. It's so simple. But you need to understand their, their client. What kind of a client? Client that will pay for them for their service actually. So I ICP, ideal client profile. Your client are going to pay their service or their product to specific people. So in this case, you need to be smart on this. You should not pay or sell. Sell their service to everyone. Here you need to pick a specific client. Actually, here you will use the same process you use for yourself to get your niche. The same process you will apply to them to get their client, which is someone has a high value and high income, and also in a growing market, and also easy to reach, which mean you can reach them out through outreach. You reach them through internet. Like there are some, you are not going to targeting some businesses are not interesting at all on your service, on your client service. Like imagine you are targeting IT and service provider, and you're targeting some people are offline. They use only cash. They don't have any database. So yeah. So in this case, you are going to do some. We are going to do something special today, which is already. Imagine that already you get a client from your niche, and you start to work with them. So what you are going to do? Who is you going to bring them? Which kind of a client you going to bring them to buy service or product? Their service or product. So here the second step. First step is you figure out the niche you are going to work with them, and then after that, when we figure out, we try to figure out what is the ICP, which is ideal client profile for your client. So they will pay for their service, and it is you should here for a little bit forget about skills, forget about sales or marketing. You are going to sell to your client. Actually, we are going to go deeply to do some research to have a clear view about the ideal client profile for our client who going to. I hope you understand that, because there is your client, and there is the client of your client. You are in the middle. You close the deal with your client that you are going to bring to them several 5, 10 customer per month. Now your job is to figure out which kind of those clients are going to buy in for your service of your client. That is, your client are going to selling the service or product to their client. So there is a process you need to master to determine and to design the math or design the methodology of all of that. The process is like triangle. You start from here with a niche, a specific niche. They are targeting, they are going to selling the service or product. And then you move up to sales and the marketing. So design here the specific strategy of a marketing, the specific strategy of sales that you are going to use for them to selling to these specific client. And after that you goes up, you find the skills. So it's like you flip up the triangle to start from what is specific customer your client going to targeting. When you figure out, you determine, you find out them. Now is the time to attack them. But you need to have a clear strategy, because marketing strategy is what can I say, it is absolutely different from niche to niche. You are not going to use a marketing strategy in automation to use it and copy and post it in fashion. Definitely not. The same sales also. The same strategy. You're not using a copy from another niche and you're hoping to work in your niche. So every niche has its unique strategy and you need to figure out this. We need to figure out. After that, the skills that you need at this moment. You don't need to master every skills in the planet to start your business. You need to start with the most important skills to step in this market. That's all what you need, nothing else. So after that, we know our client, they want to sell something. They want to make their client buying the service or product. So for this, you need to start thinking as your client. Look at the view from your client. Forget about your service. Forget about everything about you, and start thinking about your client. To targeting their clients. In this way, you will be act like you are the real owner. What you are going to sell, what kind of a solution you are going to sell, what kind of options, what kind of problems you client of your client going to face when this kind of problem show up, how they solve it, how they can. So you need to surrounding yourself also by, as I mentioned before, by understanding the market of a niche that you pick for your client in your niche. It's quite tricky way. You are not going to selling everything. You are not going to selling your service like you are not going to sell like you are not going to sell your service to everyone. You pick a niche and go to sub niches in that niche and pick one. The same process you do, you need to do what? You don't need to do it with your client to figure out what the kind of a client they are going to targeting, what the kind of a client they are going to solve the problem. So the process is so long, but you need to step as a mastering something. That's all. Mastering your skills, not perfect. Perfectionism is the most horrible thing you can get on it. So that's the way I'm so motivated. I don't know why today I'm so motivated. So let's keep doing it. Go down. I mean, write down anything in the comment. Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. First time ask you that. Yeah, I become comfortable in front of a camera. See you later. So after determine or find out the client of our client, we need to make a study about them. We need to do studies about them and do some research about them and define the problems that they're facing and researching about information of these problems. In this case it will be easy for us to pitch them and to make them selling the service of our product of our client. And before that, I mean, during this journey, we need also to create another avatar about them. You know, you remember when you pick a niche, you need to find information, find the details, find the problems in your niche that faces, and also create avatar about the people who working in your niche. The same process you did in your niche, you're going to do in another area, which is the niches are targeting by your niche. So here also you are going to do avatar about the people, the owner of a business in that specific niche. Your client going to selling them the service or product. So the same process. It's a process. Need to figure out in the end. The ICP is the most important. Who is going to get the most value from your skills, which mean skills of your client. Your client, they have a skill, they mastering skills, they have a service, they have a product. Who is going to get the most value? These, the first in ICP. The second, who is growing in the market also, need to put that in the mind. Who is going to growing in the market right now, and those ICP are the most important. So your business will grow by offering and providing the client to your client. Those pay to those pay to me. It's simple. And the last, who is, I feel I'm repeating the thing, but it's good for my memories. I'm remembering it and defining who easily definable in the internet. There is list of many niches, but be careful in that. You don't want to wasting your time, wasting your money, wasting your energy in something are totally difficult to find them, and finally they are not high value. After that you will be feeling, you will be like feeling you are stuck. Yes, you are stuck. The problem not in the market, problem in your process, in your system you build. So those foundation is the core of your business. Those foundation is the most important before learning any skill, like learning sales, cold email, cold demand, cold calling, or sales, or marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever, copyright, whatever. Before you start learning skills, you need to go deep, step on the market and learning. This case also we do the same. I mean, we need to reach out. Those niche. We need to reach them out to gathering the information. The process we gathering from our client. We are going to gathering from the client of our client. So the same process, asking for interview, making research in social media, consuming content about them to understand them deeply. That will be easy. So it's a long journey, but has a two part. You need to do them in the same day. I mean, in the same journey. One for your client, second for a client of your client, and that's it. So we are going to go back, do the research again, and try to figure out more, determine, find out. So we still in search process. Today, as I mentioned, we figure out something wasn't in my mind at all. Like when I get to my client, how can I sell their service? So now I need to do this same step to get my client for my niche to do that the same process to their niches. So here think also when I start to looking at it through my client view, I've determined something that I need to be like a translator of IT stuff to the people who own the business, because the majority of people, they don't understand, they don't care, they always care about one thing, one specific thing, which is the outcome, what they will get from this service, what they get from this product. That's the only thing they care about. So here you should be a smart player to translate the service or the product to them in a way to track them, to sign with the client, so your client will pay to you. And actually it's totally clear to me. It's totally clear that this like to be translator, that means you first of all need to understand your niche first of all, and to translate it or packaging it to the people who going to sell in it in a way they can instead to pay money to your client to get their service or product, because it's a pain solved by their service. So those people has a pain, you need to translate it. I mean, it's something wasn't in my mind at all. I wasn't thinking about it, and this is the core. You can say the core of what? The core of meaning of discipline. The core of meaning of day after day. Whatever there is, so some days was horrible. Don't care about it. Always looking at forward, always looking, and we will make it, we will do it one day, we will make it one day, we will have it one day, and see, I'm totally sure one day I will look to those videos, watch those videos, where I was and where I will be and where I'm in. I'm so satisfying about what I did today. I'm so, I mean, I don't know how can I explain. I don't find explanation about it. So let's back to it. Now it's what time is it now? Let me to check. Now it's 4, approximately 5. Yeah, and today is a Sunday. No day off. No day off. No pain, no gain. A Sunday, 29 March. Day by day, 6 months. I hope, I do. And see you probably. I need to finish something before I leave because I have an appointment. So I will leave after 10 minutes. Yeah, today I made a mistake. I come too late. But even you are late, do it.